Hey guys, Rexasaur here, and welcome to the first round of the Heroes of the Old World Warhammer tournament that I am hosting. We are going to go through... Basically, there's going to be a fuck ton of videos on my channel while I do this tournament because I've decided to do it a certain way, which may fuck me over. So this is the Vampire Counts rounds. Round one, which is 3 battles. Every video will be a set of battles. So there are 4 people per group, as has been explained. So there will be 2 battles per video, and then there will be 3 videos per round per faction, which is 12 videos per week. Fuck me, that's a lot of stuff. So we're going to start with the Vampire Counts this week, or today. You should have all 3 videos on the same day. This is going to kill me. It probably won't because these are fucking hilariously fun. We have Dragonheart here on his thing versus Lorenzo. Lorenzo von Carstein. So we're gonna go through each of the armies. This is quite a night time. The first battle is on Castle Dragonhof. And it's Vampire Counts. So it's a Vampire Counts, obviously. So Dragonheart's army is pretty alright, I guess. He's got 4 units of Grave Guards, 2 units of Crypt Ghouls. He has Manfred on a Winged Nightmare and a Vampire as his hero. He has a unit of Crypt Horrors, 2 units of Vargheists as his beast. He has 2 units of Black Knights here on the flank, and hidden in the forest he has 2 units of Hex Wraiths. An interesting concoction. Lorenzo has bought a very infantry-based army-ish. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 units of 9 units of Graveguard? I think that's 9. Yeah, that's 9 units of Graveguard. He has 1 unit of Crypt Horrors here. He has a Vargulf over here. He has Manfred on a Zombie Dragon. He also has a unit of Black Knights here, and 2 units of Black Knights here. So the rules can be found in descriptions. Now, a lot of you, if you're paying attention anyway, but this probably won't come to you, but a lot of you might notice, like, oh, Dragonheart's cheating. He's got 2 spellcasters and he's got 3 beasts. I changed, after realizing how dumb I was, I've changed the rules for the vampires, and I may have to change the rules for the dwarves in the next round. Considering the fact that these guys have no artillery, so I've upped it so that, well, they have 1 artillery, which is the Black Coach. So basically, vampires will now be able to have 3 beasts and 1 artillery, 4 in total, as is normal. And the dwarves may be able to have 3 artillery and 1 monstrous beast, even though they have none, so it's just going to be 3 artillery, basically. Anyway, let's just go watch this battle. So, both of them are deployed on a hill, so they can't actually see each other until they move forward above this. However, these flying creatures will be able to spot the other flying creatures on the enemy side. I don't think these guys can see through this forest fully, but I'm not 100% sure how that works. Also, it is night time, so I can't really see myself. Dragonheart's going to move forward very quickly. He's moving up his whole army in a weird line. I think he fucked up his movement orders. So he has a line of his Crypt Horrors and then his what they call Graveguard is just going to be set up here along with Manfred here. He's also going to put it on the flank. He's going to put his Black Knights through. Lorenzo has his Black Knights hidden here, so they're not really going to do anything. I feel... Oh yeah, no, you can see if they're hidden or not. If you just hold space... I'm basically hold space bar constantly. Vargheist. That's what they are. Put him up on the flank. He's most likely going to go for the Black Knights, but Lorenzo sees that and goes back. Lorenzo's not moving. He's just going to kind of think... Oh yeah, Lorenzo also have a White King who is on a Skeletal Steed. Which is awesome, actually. I didn't realise he was there. I forgot. I mean, I knew he was there, and then I remembered he was there. Also, Lorenzo's army is pretty upgraded. Like, he's put... Oh, actually, all of them are pretty I don't know. Lorenzo's army seems to have upgrades everywhere. He's got silver chevrons on his cavalry, which is going to help him a lot in a cavalry battle. Anyway, so, Dragonheart still hasn't shown his Hex Wraiths off. And we're just going to move around. He's going to move his Vargheists around the back. He's going to move his Crypt Horrors around the side. I personally think that the Crypt Horrors go around the flank. Although it's good to have a flanking Crypt Horror, is kind of like... Yeah, probably not the best idea. Dragonheart has seen... Well, has spotted Lorenzo's cav, but Lorenzo does a counter charge as soon as he's spotted into the side of the Black Knights. They do not spot. He's going to send his Vargulf into the side. I don't think Dragonheart realised that he was being charged until the last moment there. And Lorenzo's going to do a little flanking thingy, mabob thingy. It looks like Dragonheart realised some stuff. Got some Graveguard there that he's just hidden behind as well. In a straight-up infantry battle, Lorenzo has a massive advantage because Graveguard is just ridiculous. Also, we have a spell going off here against Zombie Dragon versus... I think he's going to go with Fate of Bajuna. Yep, it's a Fate of Bajuna. Oh, no, it's not. Curse of Years. Oh, well, that's even worse. So he's cast Curse of Years on the enemy Vargas who've gone for the Zombie Dragon, which is a very... I don't know, not the best thing. Well, the Vargas are damage dealers and frenzied, so maybe... He is losing a lot of health, but the Zombie Dragon in the air is still going to do a lot of damage. I don't know, we'll see how that goes. In the meantime, Dragonheart seems to have started doing some stuff, going to charge this side. He's also done a Fate Bajuna on these Graveguard, which is a very good plan to do. He's got his Vampire moving up. The cavalry battle on the flank is going pretty badly for Dragonheart, not going to lie. Lorenzo's actually managed to pull back one of his units of Black Knights, probably going to be used later for stuff. This is weird. It seems that the Vargas has moved away from Lorenzo's Manfred, and instead he's charged his Crypt Horrors, and there goes the Hex race into the side of the Black Knights. Now, Hex race are really good against armored targets, so really good against these guys. I'm not entirely sure how good they are against Black Knights. I would see they're probably quite good, to be fair. There was a Wind of Undeath just pulled there, another Fate of Bajuna on the side of Dragonheart. You probably shouldn't be overusing that spell. That spell is very cost heavy and only really good against really elite troops. Judging by the fact that Lorenzo has a lot of elite troops, he probably should have been using debuff spells or buff spells for his dudes. Things that give him better leadership. Things like Curse of Years, for example. Curse of Years would have been amazing here. Lots of mana. So we just got a Fussicluff here. We have the Vargas going in as well, just to help along. The Vargas is actually taking... it's going to flee, actually. I don't think he's unbreakable. So yeah, that should be good. However, the Black Knights on Lorenzo's side still managing to pull off quite well. In terms of deaths, we can see that Lorenzo has lost just over 100, but Dragonheart losing over 200 troops in total, and I believe that's mostly his Crypt Horrors, his Crypt Ghouls, sorry. Crypt Ghouls not incredible against armored targets, so they're probably... I don't know, they're a good... I don't know. But it looks like these Crypt Horrors are about to die, though. The thing about it is that these guys are all armored. Graveguard are really well armored. 90 armor is pretty high. And Dragonheart doesn't really have anything that's armor piercing. He probably should have taken some Greatsword Graveguard, because those would have been amazing. We got another Fate of Bajuna on. An Invocation of No, it's a Spirit Leech from Dragonheart, which is probably that's a terrible Spirit Leech, not going to lie. But Invocation of Nehek has been cast by Lorenzo, a really helpful spell for his warriors. They're going to be starting to get regeneration for a bit. And then Dragonheart sends his Hexrace. Now Hexrace are armor piercing, which is great against armored targets, like I said before. And he probably should have taken a bit more. Maybe Khan Race as well would have been a really good addition. But it does seem like Lorenzo is manipulating and taking care of the vast majority of this. Aspect of the Dread Knight has been cast on his dude. That's this is the thing, against vampires it's not very good. I mean, the +8 leadership is great, but the causes terror is pointless because all undead infantry are immune to psychology. So it's kind of like, oh okay. White King is doing quite a bit. He's actually lost quite a bit of health. I think he's gone for the vampire though, so I think it might be vampire versus thing. And all unit has been wiped out by Manfred just now. Going around the back, he's probably going to go with Zombie Dragon, doing a very good amount of damage. And we can see that the fight over here is still going pretty poorly for... Well, I don't know, it's kind of even. I mean, the Hextrace really helped. Vargas is doing not bad, to be honest. Although no, actually, the Vargas, yeah, they're doing alright. They're damage dealing, so that's always good. But we can see that Lorenzo is definitely doing better. He's got more infantry, and I think that gave him the upper advantage overall. And the use of certain spells kind of helping. Fate Bajuna, again, it's really good against really elite infantry. Like, you want to go against the elite cavalry, you want to go against, like, elite things. Which Lorenzo didn't really take a lot of. Like, he took a bunch of cavalry, which is probably what you should have used Fate Bajuna on, not against these normal dudes. We can see that there's a few wavering units here, the Graveguards on both sides wavering. Well, these have way more dudes, and they are taking quite a bit of damage. I'm not entirely sure if the vampire... Yeah, I think that's... Is that the vampire or is that Manfred? That is Manfred. I think the vampire might be dead on Dragonheart's side. I think that was the unit that was completely wiped out earlier. Vargolf versus Vargeist is going to be a very interesting thing. I think the Vargolf might actually die. from the Vargeist. Vargeist doing much better than I thought they would be. And we can see some wavering going on all over the place. I mean, this is still very close. Actually, there's the vampire. So yeah, it's going really well. I don't even think these Graveguards are actually been out in combat. And then Manfred goes down for Dragonheart, which means that... Oh no, shit, that's Lorenzo's. Oh shit, I do apologise. So Lorenzo's Manfred goes down mostly because the Hexrays probably get a lot of hits. The thing about the flying creatures is that they're so big that they take a lot of hits. Of course they can take a lot of hits, but yeah. So it's actually kind of swinging back and forth. That loss of a lord is going to have a massive leadership effect on this. Over here, all of Lorenzo's men have seemed to have died and disappeared, which means that the Hexrays and these two Vargeists are going to be able to pull back into the side and the flank. This is actually turned really, really closely around for Dragonheart. You can see some Vargeists going in, and they're going to be doing a lot of shocking rear charges. I fucking love it. Looks so good. A whole unit has been wiped out for Dragonheart again, and it seems like Dragonheart has no more wizards, but I don't think there's any more winds of magic. It seems like this side has been lost for Dragonheart and this side's being win for Dragonheart. It's kind of all over the place. There's still 47 cards. This could go either way. I'm not entirely sure. I think that Lorenzo still has the upper advantage even though he's lost his lord. Oh, I think... Has Dragonheart lost his lord? No, he's still there. Just hanging around, but he's kind of stuck. Like, if it was me, I would make him fly off up here. I think Dragonheart's going to get his Vargeist back and then going to move in from the side. I think a rear charge, pulling these guys out. Actually, no, I don't know. Hexrays are pretty good in general. But so close. Like, I really don't know. This could be like just everyone like crumbling at any point. Who's going to crumble first? Is literally 10 seconds. Obviously, I think it's Dragonheart's going to crumble, to be honest. Yes, okay, so Dragonheart has lost his lord and it goes all out. Yeah, I think it's all over now. There we go. A good game to Lorenzo. That was really close. Holy crap. So we got valiant defeat for Dragonheart. So first battle of the first round for those two, and Lorenzo picks up the point. Okay guys, here we are for battle 2. This is King of Pergamon versus Gladiator Gamer. Still on the same map, Castle Dragonhof, for the second battle of round 1, or second battle of the first set of battles. Anyway, these two armies, are very, very different to the previous battle that we just saw. Gladiator Gamer has gone for Graveguard with great weapons. He has 6 of them here. He has a vampire as his hero. He has Gladiator Gamer. He has Manfred on a skeletal steed here as his legendary lord. He has 2 units of Vargeist in the air. He has 2 units of skeleton spearmen here, backed up by 2 black knights, and on the other flank he has exactly the same 2 skeleton spearmen backed up by 2 black knights. King of Pergamon has gone for a very large infantry-based army. He's got 5 units of skeleton warriors. He also has 5 units of skeleton spearmen and 6 units of Graveguard with great weapons. I'm pretty sure he does because I counted it. Must have the Graveguard somewhere in the middle. Somewhere in the middle, please. I read it somewhere. He has 2 units of skeleton spearmen here with the crypt horrors, and that's it. Oh, he must only have 5 then. Where the hell did I read? Sorry, I looked at the army compositions before this battle, and it definitely said that he had 6 units of Graveguard with great weapons. Oh, well, maybe not. Maybe he has 5 of them, and then he has 6 of something else. Either way, he has a unit of crypt horrors here, along with those here. 2 units of skeleton spearmen. I'm pretty sure I've already said that. 2 units of black knights with lances and barding, which meaning that they are way more armoured and they're really good on the charge. 1 unit of Vargeist and Manfred on a zombie dragon. He has no hero, which is very interesting. But let's get straight into the battle. So these two opponents can't really see most of their men. I believe some of them aren't hidden though. These two are for the moment being. I believe that the flying units have a very unfair advantage in the fact that they can see pretty much what you've deployed, which on one end sucks, on the other doesn't. These guys, however, are completely hidden. I'm sorry that my mic keeps like popping whenever I say certain words. There seems to be 23 winds of magic as well, which is pretty good. So we're going to see the first movement going on. The skeleton spearmen going up. They are backed up by these black knights, but these guys are hidden, which is great in the forest. So we're going to see these two armies move up, especially the flanks move up. He's going to move them quite far up, which means that these guys are probably going to be spotted very, very early. So far there's no movement from King of Pergamon. Nope, no move. Oh, there we go. Now they've started moving. Yeah, so these skeleton spearmen and the crypt horrors going forward. I'm pretty sure the Pergamon probably just sees these guys and thinks, I can take them on, I got crypt horrors. Which is, you know, a fair assessment. You know, most of the time you would be able to. And he's going to be moving his, Gladiator Gamer is going to be moving his main line of Graveguard with great weapons. Now the thing about great weapons is that they are armor piercing. That is like one of the most important things about them. They are armor piercing, but on the other side, I think they're also anti-large. I may not. Let me select it, please. No, you don't want me to. Well, either way, they've got this. I think they're just anti-infantry and armor piercing. I think that's just what those two little symbols say. But either way, they're very, very, very good against armor. And it so happens that Mr. King of Pergamon didn't take any armored people. So Graveguard, just normal Graveguard, which are slightly cheaper, I believe, would have been better. Except for these Graveguards with great weapons. Obviously, these guys are armored, but they're not shielded. So it's kind of, I don't know. It's pretty funny considering last battle we saw just normal Graveguard, and it would have been great if they bought great weapons. And here we see just great weapons. So yeah. However, these guys will be great against the normal Black Knights because these guys have a lot of armor, but they are not anti-large, so they don't get an extra bonus on top of that. Here we can see that the skeleton spearmen seem to be getting themselves into each other, as well as the vampire going into them. Vampire is on a skeletal steed, so he's going to do a nice little charge into the enemy line, as well as the skeleton speeder moving forward. And then we have the Black Knights moving into the crypt horrors. I think he's going to get charged and charged back. Crypt horrors actually going to do pretty good because they are armor piercing against the Black Knights. But Gladiator just managed to get one away and behind the lines. You can see a first set of battles going on. We've got Gaze and Nagesh going through right into King of Pergamon's Manfred, and also a second spell going off. It's a Spirit Leech. I believe that King of Pergamon actually already cast a Spirit Leech on Gladiator Gamer's Wizard, his Manfred, and then we got the two Vargeist going up and attacking. We got 2 against 1 though, for Gladiator Gamer in his favour, so most likely Pergamon's going to have to back up at some point. But we do have the Zombie Dragon just totally ignoring everything and just moving up. We got 2 things going on. We got so that was the case in the guess that just missed from Gladiator Gamer to King of Pergamon, also trying to get this side of the battle going. King of Pergamon's Vargas is actually starting to crumble. We've got another Spirit Leech going on. So it seems to be going alright for this side of thing. Also, Gladiator Gamer's flank has just been spotted, although these guys aren't moving really far and doing anything. Manfred's just not doing much, to be honest. Vargas are chasing King of Pergamon's Manfred, who I think is going to try and destroy these Black Knights, although I may be mistaken. It's just flying over for some reason. We got a nice charge from the Black Knights here on the rear of the skeleton spearmen. In the main line, we can see that the Vargeist are going to overlook some flanking, some attacking going on there. We can see some big attacks going on. The skeleton war is going straight into the. Actually, they're not. They're just going to stand right in front, wait to see who's going to get the charge off. But it seems like a Red Fury has just been cast by Manfred, or I think it's the Lord of Wiz of. I have no idea what kind of spell that is actually. Red Fury. I think it might be a thing, but yeah, these guys are going to be taking a lot of morale damage because they're getting charged by 2 pretty much each. Got 2 units here doing nothing, and here we have a big clusterfuck. We have the skeleton spearmen going into the rear of these Black Knights, Lance and Barring. So these guys are going to take quite a bit of damage. Of course, they are still Black Knights, so they're still pretty good. And then we have the skeleton spearmen going into the side of the battle. Big clusterfuck. We got some Black Knights charging the rear of the Black Knights with lances. We got the Crypt Horrors coming in the center. We can see the crumbling of these things. Pergamon has just started his second line here, as well as move this line of Grave Guards and Skeleton Warriors just to hold his flank. Not that is necessary because they're kind of pointless here. Probably should have put everyone in instead of just hanging them back. Yeah, there's another 2 minutes left, and it seems like King of Pergamon's Manfred is actually going to die straight away. He's put an aspect of Dreadnought, which is kind of pointless against Vargeist. And I think he's going to actually collapse the Vargeists. Good for him, so you're going to see that in a few moments. We've also got Skeleton Spearmen against these Crypt Horrors, and they're probably going to hold down because they're anti-large. But yeah, in the centre it just seems like King of Pergamon has finally charged his men in, but he's allowed his other men to just die. And there we go, the enemy lord has been killed. King of Pergamon's lord down. So we can see the King of Pergamon is definitely on the back foot of this battle. It seems like Gladiator Game has got this wrapped up. We've only got the issue of the just waiting for all these guys to eventually crumble from a lack of people. Yeah, these Vargas are probably going to come back. The center is pretty much done. These great weapons are going to deal like massive damage through the enemy lines. The fact that Pergamon bought no armored infantry is probably why he lost. You kind of want to bring Graveguard. Like Skeleton Warriors are great and Spearmen are great. Spearmen definitely great. Normal Warriors pretty shit. You kind of want that. But here comes the little flank that was kind of on the flank here. Just, you know, a bit late to the party. They're very slow at this point. They got good binding though, but their lord is dead and they are taking a bit of leadership penalty. They're on 27 leadership. These guys are pretty low, and then these guys are just going to start crumbling as nothing. And Gladiator still has Black Knights just in the side, just, you know, doing their own things. These Lance and Bardings. The thing about Black Knights and Lance and Barding is that you want them to keep cycling charge them because they can, but they're very useless if they don't get to that point. And then we have a Vampire just still doing alright. I don't know where Manfred is over there. Doing his own thing. So yeah, your Lord's under attack. Got some units being wiped out, but overall he's still got a lot of reserves, and it shows that he's, you know, got the advantage here. Skeleton Spearman attacking these Crypt Horrors. We're going to try and get some close-ups actually, because nearing the end of the battle we kind of know what the outcome's going to be. Just going to get some cool little backdrops of the Vargeist going into the Graveguard. We got a spell going off here. I think that might just be a oh, it was a Fate of Bajuna. And there we go, the crumbling has happened. Everyone is starting to crumble to dust. And there we go, a good first game for close victory apparently for Gladiator Gamer. So there we go. Thank you very much for watching, guys. So now we're going to go through the table of the first battle. We're going to see who's got the points, and then we'll go on. The next video will be Battle 2 of the Vampires. So here we are on the table. We can see Gladiator Gamer and Lorenzo are both first. However, Lorenzo is second because he has less troops remaining at the end of his battle. King of Pergamon and Dragonheart both equally last. I couldn't be bothered to change the numbers, but they both have 0 troop remaining due to the crumbling nature of vampire counts. Thank you very much for watching this first episode and first part of Heroes of the Old World. In about an hour's time as of the release of this video, we will get Battle 2. Thank you very much for joining me, and I hope to see you next time.